Well, on average, 33% of women in Texas have experienced some form of violence. So weeks into the COVID-19 shutdowns, we've reported on increases in domestic violence that were reported around the state. So joining us today is Cecilia Matamoya. She is with Women Together, Mujeres Unidas. Cecilia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, can you bring us up to date on the situation in the Valley?
Well, there's been a slight increase in domestic violence cases that we have seen at Women Together. Just to give you an example, last year at this time in April, we saw 129 clients, and this year we had 150 who have been requesting services. I know that there are some people that have reported increases with the numbers reported to the police and people requesting protective orders and that type of assistance as well.
Yeah, the cases that are reported to police, do you get them as well, or are there referrals to Mujeres Unidas from police?
Yes, sometimes they come directly from the police departments, and sometimes it's vice versa. They will come to us and then they go to the police. Many clients, they don't know what to do. They're confused. They don't know how to press charges. They don't know what the process will be like. So sometimes they'll come to us before they'll go to the police. But we work very closely with all law enforcement agencies in Hidalgo County to provide the best services possible to victims of family violence or sexual assault.
So talk to us about stressors and their significance in incidents of domestic violence. Kind of a two-part question. Address that also, and then did the COVID-19 shutdown present a different set of stressors?
Well, yes, it did. Normally the stressors, of course, are financial issues, things with the children, issues with the kids at home. However, with the COVID-19 situation, it's been even worse because now everybody's at home. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and the kids are not going to school. So that brings out even more problems for the family and even for the children, because they're there all the time. So if there's family violence going on, they get to hear it regularly instead of being able to get out of that situation, at least temporarily, where they go to school.
I guess in some cases, with regards to family violence, it can escalate into sexual assault, and you all handle those kinds of cases also. Talk to us about the caseload that you're seeing right now with regards to that.
Yes, I just spoke with our sexual assault program coordinator, and she gave me some statistics. The numbers have not increased that much. However, the type of violence has. Normally, we have more stranger sexual assaults, and at this time it seems to be more intimate partner sexual assaults that are occurring. The same reasons people are at home and, stressors come on and people are being told, if you want more money or something, you have to do something for that money. So a lot of it that dynamic has changed a little bit.
Yeah. Just yesterday, we heard from some child advocacy experts, and they talked to us about the anxiety and fear that some children have experienced in this pandemic. So I guess you all see some children, families, women and children coming through your doors. So is this something that you've seen recently? And has this complicated a case where you're working with a child dealing with emotional and psychological trauma of violence?
Yeah, the main issue that we're having right now is that we're not doing too much of the face-to-face interaction yet. We're doing a lot of the Zoom counseling sessions and things like that. So for some people, it may be difficult, especially because if the perpetrator is at home and they're not able to have that privacy to talk freely, that kind of prohibits them from being able to get the assistance that they need or being open.
You bring up a very good point. They're in that environment. They can't get out. So, and you mentioned Zoom and how you all handle the cases during the shutdown. So, does that remain, or are you all handling cases now a little bit differently now that with the reopening and everything? Oh, okay. My producer just telling me that we lost Cecilia Matamoya. She's director at Women Together, Mujeres Unidas, and we were talking about, again, the situation at Mujeres Unidas and the cases that they've seen, the complications maybe that came up during the shutdown. And unfortunately, Cecilia, we're sorry that this happened. But for any of you who might have been listening and might need their services, there is a 24-hour crisis hotline that you can reach out to, and that number 1-800-580-4879. And to reach the McAllen Family Justice Center is another number for you to keep in mind, 630-4878. We're going to post this information at our website, and we'll do that after the newscast, just in case you need some help or know of somebody who might need some help. Again, this information will be online at krgv.com.